Welcome to the Painfully Human podcast. My name is Edward, and I'm here with a guy that I love very much. I don't tell him enough, but I admire him. I respect him. He sang all over the world. He sang for presidents. He's performed on the biggest stages and done so many things. You'll see him in convenience stores all the time. If you know, you know. He is my favorite Maui Wowie, ladies and gentlemen. I give you Darren Espanto.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. You
Hey,
guys, Edward told me about this podcast before, and he said, "Oh yeah, it would be fun if you were the first guest again
Oh.
after Kwentong Barber." And I'm like the 57th
I
guest.
know,
Like,
you're not.
Thanks
you're not.
for thinking about me.
No, but
Nice.
one thing I wanted to say as you came in is you do all those things, you perform on all the stages, but you're actually great at being a friend. You still make time for doing that.
Well,
so I
thank you
appreciate you
so
coming
much.
on. Guys, I just want to say I'm a little pressured because Gian Hinolan is in the room. Shout out to our common friend, Direk Jonats, for helping making this happen.
Yeah,
This is a
man.
different venue.
This is a
than we were
toothless
before.
production.
Toothless Productions. No one touched the cameras. They're worth more than my net value at the moment. Wala na akong love team, kaya kakaiba na yung buhay ko, guys. I am a humble servant.
Gusto mo ba magkaroon ulit?
No, I'm done, bro. Ano
baka
lang,
gusto mo
yung
lang.
may sing-sing na, okay na ako dun. I'll take that one in the right time. But Darren, welcome to the podcast.
I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
For context, I told Darren this, so it's safe for everyone to know.
That you don't have a cold today.
I don't have a cold today.
Yeah.
I'm usually sick when I see Darren. So
Every month. He's
That's-
sick every month. I'm like
that's-
his supplier of vitamin C.
Yes, vitamins, any type of medicine. His mom is a nurse.
Yeah, that's
Kaya we
awesome.
always, that's our inside joke.
Both my parents.
I'm
And
not always sick, guys. But if one of the medicine brands does want to sponsor me, I will take it wholeheartedly. No, but our inside joke is every time we're at ASAP, I'm always sick. I ngongo ako or I have sipon.
Yeah, he always has
And-
mucus coming out of his nose or his throat.
But no, it's not always like that. It just happens
crazy.
because in the build up to ASAP, I do a lot of stuff and I
Yeah,
get sick sometimes.
I understand.
But you're here and it's finally been able. Darren, I told about this podcast back in 20, like after the pandemic.
2023.
Yeah, so it's been like no, maybe even dreaming for it for longer.
Yeah.
So it's probably like 3-4 years in the making, maybe 3.5 potentially at this
Because
time.
you started
hardcore.
with Kwentong Barber, but then you eventually wanted to make it.
Huwag mo banggitin yung kwento.
Hey,
this is it's so
that
different.
was one of his beginnings in the podcast industry.
Yes.
Kwentong Barber.
Shout out Mix,
If you
shout
know,
out
you know.
everyone. If you know, Darren was the first one, and I was just mentioning this. It was my attempt at doing the buzz type interview.
Mm.
And then after that first one, we just changed it because I was like, I can't do this. And then many years later, Kwentong Barber is no more, and we're here, Painfully Human podcast. But thanks for being my friend, Dar. I
Wow,
just want to
thanks for
say
being
that
my friend.
because I don't really remember how we became friends, but I think it was kind of like we became friends by situation, but like by similar circumstance, and just being at work.
It was really because of work.
Yeah.
And then there was just a day where we decided to hang out outside of work,
Mm.
and then just kept going.
Yeah. When was it? Do you remember our first time hanging out? I don't. I genuinely don't.
No, our first few times hanging out were just around ABS,
Around
CBN,
ABS,
or we
yeah.
would just go to a mutual friend's
Yes.
place or a party.
Mm.
And then after that, we would hang out and just play Fortnite.
Bro, we've never played Fortnite.
We played Fortnite at Kyle's house,
Bro, we've never.
which was
played
in common. We did.
It was at Kyle's house that
it
we
was at
became.
Kyle's house.
But we never played because you gave. Oh no, we did play Fortnite. Yes, that's right. I
Yeah.
apologize. Sometimes
and
I'm
he's
wrong.
asking me, "Oh, do you remember?" And I'm telling
Bro,
him, "I remember."
We never, because I remember. We did. We
Oh,
did.
diba?
We did once.
We did a lot more than just play Fortnite. Gosh, Edward.
Yes, we've had our moments, Darren. Before my time with the Lord,
Yeah.
we
Basically before
Darren saw my whole.
before he became Pastor Edward, I saw his whole trajectory.
So
to the-
tell us,
leading up
Darren.
to this
No,
moment.
no. I told him. No. Okay. Eto na. Labas na natin. I was in Darren's van earlier, and I was
Oh,
briefing
yeah.
him, and I said, "This is what I want to talk about today," and it's
We
really
should have
about.
just done the podcast in my van.
I know.
Honestly.
Wag na tayo mag-set up. Wag na black magic. But anyway, I
Oh.
was telling him about what I wanted to talk about, and a lot of people would say, "Hey, maybe you should talk about Darren about how he started, where he began."
Mm.
I'm like, I've seen interviews, Every
Oo
single
naman.
interviewer asks him the same thing.
Parang every interview I've done, it's talking about the voice kids. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, we're done with that. We don't have to talk about that. But one thing I've never talked to you about, and I'm so interested. This is more for me than it is for them.
Okay.
I want to know how you view the friendship that we have,
Oh, okay.
and how you've seen the journey. Because I'd never know. Like you've been with me since 2016. It's now 2026.
Yeah.
In 6 months' time, it's gonna be, yeah, literally 6 months' time, it's gonna be 10 years of us knowing each other. So I want to know the journey of you seeing me from the very afraid of the world kid from
Oh, yeah.
PBB to
Like, I
the stud you.
honestly...
No, I'm kidding.
Like, this is just me being honest. I honestly miss some aspects of the Edward I first met.
Uh-huh.
But then there are aspects of you that I wish I could also apply to myself now.
Okay.
So it's all about growing up, really, and maturing, and also knowing what you really want. And sometimes Edward, even though we're the same age, sometimes he's the one who's going to kind of sit me down and tell me things that I should be realizing or things that I
Have
should
I given
know.
you sermons before, Darren?
Oh yeah, madami na akong
I don't know
sermon
if that's a
kay
good
Ed.
thing or not.
And it's not like you've given me unsolicited advice
Okay,
that I
that's
would
fair.
never want to hear. Like all the times that you've sat me down, it's moments where I have realizations about myself and also like my life, I guess, really, because Edward, I've seen, like what I said earlier, like I've seen Edward from 10 years ago and then the Edward now.
Yeah.
Two completely different people, but still the same personality.
Yeah.
The same friendship is still there. It's just different aspects now, different goals in life.
Yeah.
So that's where I see our friendship. Like wherever we may go in our lives, the communication, the bond, it's still the same.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't even have to see each other every day or every month. We always just pick up where we left off, and
Yeah,
then we just
that's
catch
true.
each other up.
There's
get
a
each
game
other
I
on
was
track.
playing with Darren many years ago at this point.
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years and we haven't played the game. We finished about 70%, 80% in one night. In one night.
in one night.
As in,
He
I came
he
over
slept
to his
over. He wasn't even planning to sleep over.
Yes.
But he ended up sleeping over because we ended playing the game at 6 a.m.
Yes. Until 6 a.m.
And then, ayun.
Yeah, and then years
just
later,
never happened
I
again.
was so sorry. I was so loyal to you. I didn't play that game with anyone. I said no, I can't pick up because it was for you. But anyway, I forgive. It is.
My
what it is
sister
now.
wanted to play that game with me too, and I was like, it's a Darren Edward thing.
Aw.
So the
Darren.
game is still there.
Ito pala yung
It's
feeling
been
maging
untouched.
close kay Darren.
It's been untouched for 2 years. The game console has been upgraded.
Yes, there's different versions now.
There's different versions
but
of
we're
the
still
console
sticking.
and the game, but we're still
Yeah.
there. So
But-
hopefully soon.
One of my biggest goals, though, yes, soon. One of my things was, in show business, it's so easy to lose friends. So easy to gain. It's
Oh,
easy to
yeah.
gain friends. It's easy to. But
Sobra.
but I feel like a lot of people at one point. I don't know if you'd agree with this. You spend a lot of time with a lot of veterans in the industries. I don't really know them, if they do it the same way. But I feel like at one point it's kind of like, I'm kind of done making new friends. Or it's really hard to get there because people have just experienced a lot of crap throughout the years. And so my goal and my achievement throughout the 9.5 years I've known each other is I don't think we've ever had a crappy period of like, Darren just sucks, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we've never fought.
We
We've
have
never. But then I'm gonna like, should we? So we can deepen the friendship. Like, should we
Honestly.
fight? And then,
Maybe soon. We never know.
no, but
Maybe we can manifest it. Like, oh my gosh.
no,
let's
I don't.
get fight.
But I don't mind. I wouldn't mind. Like, I have special things happening in life.
Yeah.
Probably this year,
Yeah.
which I've told you about and will be vague about. But when I'm thinking about who I want with me in the journey of life, and I've sat down, I'm like, let's think of who I'd want with me. I didn't realize until recently how much I valued the friendship that we have, and like if I'm having special milestones, how there's a lot of people there that are people that are close to me because proximity, because of what I do in life.
Literal closeness.
Yeah, like physical, like, we just see each other a lot, and that's why we're friends. And that's
Yeah.
okay. That's completely normal, by the way. But then there are people that I would like, no, like I would call them to please like come.
Yeah.
And you're one of them. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But again, we haven't screwed each other over. We haven't.
Not
but,
yet.
But we have disagreed on many things in life. I have.
our own opinions, and I feel
Yes.
like Edward is one of those people who won't kind of like try to change your view on something, but he's very firm on his opinions as well. And going back to making new friends or
Yeah.
just stop making friends, I feel like you can't stop making new friends because, for example, I became friends with some of your friends because you
true.
introduced me to them, and that's something I wouldn't, want to close myself off from. Like I would never tell you like, oh, I don't want to hang out with them because I don't want to be friends with them. Like I'm okay with my circle. Like I would never do that. And some of the close friendships I've made are from people I only spent time with for a few months, and then it's lasted for like kunwari Angelika. I had to be with her in one household because of lock-in for a teleserie,
yeah.
so like a series. So I was forced to be with her, but we maintained the friendship outside of the lock-in. Like it's something that kept going on for 4 years now. And I didn't expect her to become one of my best friends, but it happened. And so like I'm always I'm always open to meeting new people, and I guess you just have to gauge if you guys are going to vibe or not.
And it's interesting because what you said a while ago is like a lot of people would think that. Sorry, I keep on hitting the mic. A lot of people would think that if you want a friend, you have to be going in the same direction. Which kind of makes sense if you think about it, but then in reality, at least as I've grown up, I realized it's not always the case.
Oh yeah.
Because we're growing in the same direction, but we're doing completely different things. Like if I compared, like I'm me doing ministry now, being in the church and all that stuff. If you think about that in showbiz, it's just completely different ball games.
Oh yeah. If you were to tell me that 9.5 years ago,
Yeah,
I would have just okay, sure, Edward.
yeah, but it's really it doesn't need. And I heard this quote recently from a good friend of mine. He was saying friendship isn't based off of common ground or time spent. It's built on trust and honesty. So you could spend 10 years together with someone, not know them, which I don't think is the case with us, or you could spend 10 months, 3 months like you did with Angelika, and just because of the depth of the friendship and the honesty, trust it builds. But I do want to ask you one question. You've seen a lot of people. Before I say that, is it safe to say that there are people in the industry that you kind of feel shut off to making new relationship, or in the sense like there's a lot of walls? Is that fair?
Oh yeah. I feel like a lot of us,
Especially
artists,
the older artists.
Oh, like I feel like a lot of us artists have our own walls, and we
Yeah.
have our own, I don't know, preferences when it comes to sharing personal topics,
Yeah.
and when it comes to being friends, I guess. So I'm really grateful na I have people I can trust. I have yung mga pillars, lalo na yung I would have never imagined sitting in Sir Ogie Alcacid and Miss Regine Velasquez's house,
Yes.
and Mama Reg is just there cooking. Like I would have never imagined that. If you told 5-year-old Darren that, yung parang I don't think that's gonna happen. But like I value relationships I have with them like that. Yung parang it just was so organic that it got to the point where I am sitting in their household.
Do you remember the first time that they invited you over?
Oh yeah. Like sabi nga nila, when it's unplanned, that's when it happens. Like most of the time, mas natutuloy siya eh. So it was just a sponty evening where Tito Ogie was like, "Oh, come to the house later. Like Regine's cooking. She made enough for more people than just our family." So ayun, like it was me, and it was some of the tawag ng tanghalan jurados because
Nice.
Tito Ogie and I had came from Showtime. So throughout the night, more and more artists just kept coming, and then it's really nice because we didn't expect to be sharing such personal stories throughout that evening. So it was such a beautiful moment for everyone, and I got to know more of the people I've been working with for such a long time in the span of 3 hours. Like I've been working with these people for 11 years, almost 12.
And it's not just like working, it's like under pressure.
Yes.
Doing something like, guys,
Like-
kung palpak to.
Oh yeah, we have to do the duet now.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have to.
yeah.
It's only 30 minutes on the stage, ganon. And then I would be friends with them, and I thought I was friends, and I thought I was close with them, until I got to know them throughout the evening on a deeper level also. So parang ang ganda rin na nagkakaroon ng mga moments na ganon, because in the industry, like our industry is so fast paced
Yes.
that we don't have the time to get to know one another really.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you really have to take the time and go outside of work and spend time with each other. So if you do get to have a connection at work like that, like I feel like it's something special, and it usually lasts longer. I feel.
I hear you. Is there ever a time where I feel like you have a good radar and a good gate? Actually, I do need to say that because you
Thank you.
are someone that I think you're very upfront with it, which I like. I like that. And you won't. Wait, hold on. This sounds bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you're very like straight to the point. Like, I don't know if I feel like I don't like that person because of X, Y, Z, and it's fair. Some people will be like shy to say it. I actually like how open you are with it.
Because I've been through so much in the industry that I don't have time anymore.
For that.
I don't have the energy to, like, I was such a people pleaser growing up,
Okay.
and I feel like I still am, but because of experience, I've been forced to kind of change my behavior towards some people and change my behavior in general
Yeah.
because of, situations in the industry. So, I'd rather be upfront, and I'd rather just cut it right to the point, cut to the chase, instead of try and prolonging something that I feel wouldn't click or wouldn't work for anyone who's in that situation. Kasi parang, let's not waste each other's time. Life is so short to be plastic.
Yeah, no. Which
Yung parang, it's very common in the industry.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know the backgrounds of every artist in the industry. Like maybe they're coming from a place that forces them also to become this kind of person. Like they have a front that we don't know about. So
I have a question that kind of connects to it though.
Oh.
How long did it take for you to develop that radar? And because again, I feel like when you come into showbiz, I don't know about you. At least for me, I kind of like I would trust anyone because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like I
That
didn't
was
know
me
better
too.
yet, and so you kind of build it by time, and I feel like it can grow in a wall in some place, which is unfortunate at times.
Oh yeah.
But then it also, I think you've also allowed it to become more of a sense that you have, like a sixth sense, rather than just walls. So how did you go through that growth
This
process?
is something my friends have said before. Like, they see that I'm an empath. So, thanks, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's a superpower because like they're like, oh, you're such an empath because you know
You
how
can
this
feel.
person feels. Like, parang, it's weird because there are days where I've texted some friends, and I'm just like, hey, how are you? Are you okay? And that friend is apparently going through something, or they're not doing okay, and I'm like, wow. I mean, ang galing lang. I mean, I guess it's timing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's empathy, but also
I think it's a gift, man.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just developed over time. You don't have to start off by being that kind of person, but I guess we all have learning experiences, and you never stop learning. Like, even our parents, our grandparents, like, it's their first time living.
Yeah.
It's everyone's first time living.
Yeah.
So you never stop learning. Every day is a new chance for you to, I don't know, learn something new incorporate something into your life that you haven't done before.
Yeah.
And yeah, like one of my friends' therapist said nga na parang trauma is just something that you create in your head
Mm.
and it just sticks with you. That's why it's called trauma. So to that therapist who said that to my friend, you gave us something to think about on a deeper level because it's something
Yeah.
that I feel like yun nga eh, parang tama naman siya, but also trauma is something that
It's like a response to.
it's really
yeah.
a response
Yeah.
to something that you experience and it builds your character over time. So, you know, there are some personality traits that you just lose over that
Yeah.
also, and that's where the wall comes in,
Yeah.
and that's where some of the artists in the industry start creating a front.
Mm. And I think even at this point, a lot of people would want to know. Ano ba yung trauma mo, Darren? I'm not
Wow.
asking that. I'm not gonna ask that because I don't really
Na
want.
para bang ang dami kong pinagdaanan
Yeah,
talaga.
no. But the funny thing is, I actually wrote this down
Mm.
that I wanted to remember to ask you about, because let's not beat around the bush. There
Okay.
actually are a lot of traumatic experiences that can happen in showbiz. The amount of people both of us have sat with,
Yes.
who have been crying because of what people have said online, or experiences with people in the workspace, but on a deeper level of abuse, of a lot of pain, even to the levels of addiction, all that stuff. There's been a lot of experiences, and so again, I'm not going to ask you to tell all those experiences, but I have noticed with a lot of our common friends, if they talk to me, there's one who called me up recently, which I told you about. And one of the things they said was, yeah, talk to Dar about this. And that's been a phrase of like, a lot of times when there are people going through a lot of hurt, and people wouldn't know this about Darren, I think. If you listen to the birthday messages that we do on ASAP,
Oh, yeah.
it'll come out, but people don't know the extent of how you've been there for people at their real low moments. And it takes a special type of character and gift to sit in the mud with people who are going, like, that's one aspect of the friendship that I've always appreciated. People don't know that when I didn't have a lot to use financially, Darren would lend me clothes for ASAP.
Oh, naman.
But like anyway, those are things that not a lot of people would know. But you've done a great job. I don't even
Thanks.
know if you've known this.
Well, I feel like if you're capable and you have the means, then why not help each other out? Alam mo yun, especially in the industry, yun nga eh, like, it's all about helping each other out, tulungan talaga. And I feel like I'm someone who gives so many chances to people, to the point where last year, I just didn't even cut people off. I just silently distanced myself from certain people already. And I have been more peaceful,
Yeah.
I'd say. And those people have noticed, and they call me out for, oh, why have you been so distant? And I'm like, hey, it's nothing much. Like, it's just I feel like this connection or whatever the relationship is between us as friends, as yung mga co-workers.
Would you classify these people as like friends or like
acquaintances?
Acquaintances.
Oh, friends talaga. Like, I
Okay,
wouldn't distance myself from just acquaintances. Like, those are people you don't really have that deep of a connection with or a relationship with. But
Okay.
these are friends that I feel like we've outgrown each other. Yung parang ganun, yung it can be mutual to outgrow a friendship or a relationship, and that's totally normal. It's all about maturing. It's part of life, and it's all about priorities, I guess. Yung parang I'm okay with this certain circle of mine, even if it's just like, say, 3 people. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Instead of having a whole network of friends or people who you don't really know, you can really
Yeah.
trust.
But I want to actually, even as you said that word trust, I was thinking about this because for a lot of people watching here, they're like, they might not ever step into Studio 10 in ABS-CBN. They might not ever be an artist in the industry, but a lot of them can relate to the fact na may plastikan, there are people that are not being so real. I've walked into office spaces and I'm like, you guys aren't friends, but you guys pretend to be friends.
No, I've been, kunwari, I have
No,
I
go
am
ahead.
like still nice to people who have talked badly about me behind my back, and I'm like, I don't care. Honestly, if that's what you think, I would normally like brush it off sometimes, and there are days where I would call the person up, I would text them. I was like, "Hey, I heard you said this about me. Yung parang I want to know where you're coming from. I don't know what I did to you, or yung parang get a life."
Yeah. Yeah. Heads up. Give me a heads up. But that's a funny thing, and people might have missed it. I forgot what my earlier thought was.
I
But let's
know,
go.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Go.
those people who usually I call out, like when I confront them, wala na silang nasasabi. Like they don't have anything to defend themselves upon making that statement about me. That's why I'm like, what are you guys doing? Are you just bored?
No, but even in that, a lot of people might have missed the thought that you are reaching out to people, trying to talk, and that's not what a lot of people do. I remember an instance you told me. Again, we're not going to talk about it, but like, where you had to send a message to someone that you're working with, and there was, I think, I don't even remember what it was, misunderstandings, but you took the effort to message, and not a lot of people do that. So, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that to do, and then how did you do it in a healthy way? Because that's so. Be honest. That's so you. You. I'm pointing to the camera. You.
I don't yun nga, normally I wouldn't be a confrontational person, but over the years I've learned to fix things right on the spot. You know, if I hear something that I've done, like you feel like I've done you wrong, I want to know what I did. And if I have the awareness that, oh, I feel like I did this, I did too much of saying this or what, I want to talk to you personally, and I want to apologize if I've made a mistake. And I feel like that's something that the Darren a few years ago would have been a bit hesitant
To do,
with.
yeah.
Yeah, yung parang that would have been harder for me to do. But now I feel like confrontation, it's all about weighing the situation,
Right.
and something that if it's just an apology, like it takes zero effort to apologize. But to reach out, I feel like it takes some people a bit of time, and it's
Yeah.
harder for a bit of people. But for me now, it's like it's also at a zero for
Yeah.
in terms of effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's huge, and I think that's one of the ways that I think I don't think we've had moments like. Have we had moments like that where we've had to
Where?
confront each other and be?
Oh yeah.
I don't. Can you remind me? I don't.
Well,
remember.
there are times where you've sent me long paragraphs.
Did I really?
But this is like a few years back about how you feel or something that
AC's here, by the way. sorry,
no
sorry.
no one cares about.
sorry, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
That's she's shooting later. So
No, but it's really
Yeah.
nice when my friends are open to talking about things that they personally feel about a different. When they feel about a situation that kind of affected them, or that offended them, or alam mo yun, yung parang that's how you know someone is real with you. That this is someone opening up and letting you know that this is how I felt. It's all about vulnerability, and I feel like some people feel attacked
yeah.
when someone calls them out, and I feel like you should always listen, not to reply. That's
Yeah.
something I also read. A lot of people listen
To
to
reply.
reply
Yeah.
or respond, but not to understand. A lot of people don't listen to communicate or comprehend. They just listen to have something to say back. So I feel like that's something that more people should kind of learn more on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a more. I know.
Di naman,
No, no.
more on.
More on.
there.
Yeah. Be a, but yeah, I think if there's one thing I want people to know today and really grasp is that there's a type of special type of friend, and I remember someone saying that there's only if you can count the amount of good friends you have on one hand, you're a very blessed person. If it's on two, even more blessed. But I realized I only have a small group of real close friends. Like, if I got kidnapped and escaped and I was in a ditch,
Wow.
who would I call?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call you because you'd be at taping or you'd be
Or something. I don't know.
and your phone would be with Atibao. But
Yeah.
I'd give it a shot for sure.
Mhm.
But
I've thought about that too.
all right, speaking of friends, you wanna give an Easter egg? Say hi.
Yeah, she has red hair.
She has red hair.
She broke her arm recently in
Oh,
Thailand.
high five. Sorry. Guys,
Hello.
AC's here.
Hello, ba.
Hello, hello, hello.
She's
On time ka.
she's on a different episode.
She's on a different episode.
But
that-
at least you guys know she's gonna be on this podcast
Yes.
eventually.
Do you want to sit there, AC?
Yeah, I'm director.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't move the camera. Hey, you can shout out questions if you wanna. We're talking about friendship and how loyal of a person.
You know
Darren
what?
is.
I thought this topic was only gonna last.
Yeah, I thought so too.
We thought this topic would only last like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like
no,
friendship.
it's been
It's
been 20
gone
minutes,
pretty
yeah.
because we realize we don't talk about this
Yeah.
enough, especially in the industry.
And that's what I want to. That's the whole point. Because I don't know how you viewed our friendship, or even how you view friendships as a whole. Because I don't want to say we have a friend group. Because like Showbiz, there's so many people, and it's hard to even
have a lot of groups.
Yeah, groups, and it kind of just meshes into one giant family, I guess.
Yeah, especially when it's Sir Carlos' birthday,
Yeah.
Tita Corey's birthday,
Yeah.
everything just comes together.
Everyone comes together. But we love him. We love him a lot. And but loyalty's a thing. And let this be the last subtopic of the topic of
Okay.
friendship. But like, how have you? Because I've seen you do it. You fought for some friendships.
Mm.
And how have you made the decision to be loyal to people? Because you've been very loyal. Like AC is one of the people who will attest. She went like this. I was hoping she'd give a thumbs up, but she went rar.
Oh, she said.
But she grr. And it's an interesting journey. But how have you made that decision to be loyal when everyone seems to outgrow, mature, move away?
It's something I picked up from my parents. Like, my parents are very generous people. They're always willing to help, and that's a trait that I got from my parents. But my parents have also gone through times where they've been, backstabbed or screwed over by other friends, and it's a part of life, like I said earlier. But personally, that's also some of the things I got from my parents. Like, be smart, be kind, but don't overdo it. Don't be someone people can just keep using. Alam mo yun, yung parang know your limits, basically. And just be in control of your own consciousness, I guess, when it comes. Especially in loyalty, at this point, it's all about just reciprocating.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you had a moment where someone in the friends that you have really showed you that they're loyal to you?
oh naman, like,
When was that? Was there a specific time? Like a one
for
moment?
example, like you and AC. You and AC. Mali. You and AC, yeah. For example, you two. Like, AC is like so blunt about it. She's like, I can't offer you money. If you're gonna ask me for money, I probably won't have any. But if you need a place to sleep, if you need food, she's like that. Like, you can always reach out to me, just not about money. And I'm like, that's something that we all have our own things
And
going
part
on.
of that's a decision too.
Yeah, and it's
out of
yeah, it's a topic that's usually avoided, especially in friend groups. But like, financial stability, growing up and adulting, it's a
hard.
huge part of life talaga eh. So parang at least I know there are people who are there willing to help. Edward is always there.
Pray for you.
Yeah, no, really. And it's something that I really appreciate. Edward has always sent me long texts or long audio messages before a big show, like a concert, whether it be magpasikat at showtime. Like, he knows when I need it the most. And that's something I really appreciate. And that's when, I know who I can really count on. And like Angela naman is also, she says she cannot offer me money or a place to sleep. Yeah. Si Angela, different offerings din. Si Edward, different offerings. Yun nga, yung parang, but Angela is willing to, kunwari kung nasiraan ang sasakyan ko, like, if I called her up, she's willing to pick me up in her car, drive me to work. Yeah, like, yung parang, these are real people, and it's beyond friends. Like, this is family at this point. Alam mo yun, people who are willing to go out of their way to be there for you. So that's something that I appreciate. And that's when, I realized that not everyone is going to do that. Those are some of the people I kind of distanced myself from. And not because I wanted something in return. It's because I realized that, oh, these are just people who will be there when they want to be there.
Yeah.
They're only present when they want to be present, but not in the times when you kind of hope that they were there. Alam mo yun?
I do have one question I want to add on though. You don't have to answer this.
Okay, go lang.
What was there one time where someone really cut deep and really hurt you?
Oo naman. Ang dami ng wow. Ang dami ng tao. And hindi lang 'tong mga like girlfriends.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, yung parang
What happened?
wala. Akala ko nandun na kami sa level of trust. Yung parang akala ko pamilya na din yung turingan. Tapos I guess because of circumstances also, ayun, yung parang, hindi pala tayo nandun sa parehong level of understanding kung, ayun, yung parang closeness natin, yung bond natin. So, yeah. Like, it's something that hurt, but it's also another learning lesson for me. Yung parang, okay, you just have to move on and let go. And there are some people who have also reached out to, like, and said that they realized I was such a bad person. I was such a bad friend to you. So, ayun, willing naman ako mag-give ng chances like I said earlier. But if it's the same thing over and over again,
Wala na. Pattern
tama
na.
na. Yeah,
as
pattern
well.
na yun.
Interesting. You agree, AC? AC's. Are you coloring? She's looking for wallpapers. The most
Napaka
AC Bonifacio,
amazing.
everyone. As well. Side. A little bit of preempting AC. I was asking Darren what I could ask you a while ago, and he was like, "Make her cry."
Really? I was like,
Make
you know
her
what? She
cry.
probably will. Yeah. There are friends you don't give up on, you know?
Yeah.
Like AC is always crying, but we don't give up on her.
Yeah.
Like if you know the intentions of the person and they're trying to better themselves, sometimes it may be a pattern, but you just can't give up on them because their intentions are so pure. You know what? Like you can see their heart. Gets mo ba yun?
Yeah.
Parang okay. Gets naman. Siguro hindi lang siya nagbabago. They just can't change because of their environment.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm quite proud of us though. 'Cause
I
we
know.
feel
I'm
like
so
we've
proud
grown-
of us.
We've grown.
Look at you with your whole studio setup. And like with a whole podcast, mics.
What I know, right?
Yeah. Hey, we've come a long way from doing interviews with him on a laptop
On the I Want stage.
or a phone. Yeah.
Did I ever interview you for Kwentong Barber, AC? No. Sorry, you weren't famous enough back then. I'm kidding.
See?
Yes, you did.
This
You're
is what
here.
I'm saying.
You're
We have to be
here.
plastic with one another.
Actually, that's an underrated part of medyo may bullying dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this type of friendships.
You have to have thick skin in the industry.
Yes. It's a little toxic at times, but it's okay. No, but one thing, okay, I'll end it with this. One of my closest friends, you guys know him, Zinav. He said to me this one time, and I got offended, but now I get it when I see you guys. He said, "Bro, I'm gonna be I'm that friend for you, that I might not always be there in your mountaintop moments, but I'll be there in your valley moments. Like, I might not be there, and for you, I haven't been to every one of your premiere nights, or like." When you've got an award, I haven't always messaged. But I do think, as much as I've been able, if there's been a crappy moment, I think I've tried to be there.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys have been there as well. So that's why I'm like, that's a pretty mature thing. Because you think it's like, who's there in my graduation picture?
Yeah.
Or who's there in that? Sometimes the best friendships are the ones that are there in the crappiest moments.